Our next bout of the evening is our amateur main event. And it's for the Apex and Tennessee Middleweight State Championship, brought to you by Ogle, Elrod, and Burrell. First, please welcome to the cage, Matt Foley.
Matt the Lion Foley, first out at 6-1 out of Four Seasons camp in Lexington, Kentucky. He has an opportunity to come out with two belts, the Apex Championship, Amateur MMA Championship, and also the Tennessee State Championship. Both of those are vacant. Matt Foley can win it. His opponent cannot. It's Chandler the Hammer Cole. Cole is undefeated. He's in this bout as well, but is not eligible to win the belts because he did not make weight. And that was agreed upon. Foley can come out with the belts. Cole cannot. What do you think about this matchup?
I think it's a tremendous matchup. Everybody's talked about Matt Foley. He has always been one of the top prospects here in the Southeast. He really, the whole East, because he's there from Four Seasons in Lexington, Kentucky, but he's fought a lot down here in the Deep South. So I think that it's a match made in heaven, really, to see Chandler the Hammer Cole, who is currently undefeated, 10-0. And of course he fights out of the same camp as Doug Williams there at Team Fast. These guys have great wrestling attributes, and then on top of that, they have the submission skills and really the submission defense that come to go with it, and it makes a tremendous group of fighters.
Matt Foley is in the cage. Back to Jennifer.
And his opponent, please welcome to the cage, Chandler Cole.
Big reaction for Chandler the Hammer Cole, the 21-year-old from Coburn, Virginia, out of that Team Fast camp that Casey mentioned. Outstanding wrestler, never been to a decision, undefeated, does have one no contest, and that was against former Valor light heavyweight champion Tyrone Jackson due to punches to the back of the head by Jackson onto Chandler. And it'll be the debut for Cole at middleweight at 185, but again, not eligible for the belt.
The Valor belt is a very prized possession in this day and age. For me, though, the most prized possession is going to be this fight itself. It's going to be very competitive, and I'm excited to see it. It's one that true fans that would enjoy watching a mixed martial arts fight would want to watch.
Let's take a look at the tail of the tape. Matt the Lion Foley, 6'2", while Chandler Cole, 5'10", so 4-inch advantage in height for Matt Foley. Foley, 28 years old, Cole, 21 years old, and then the weight is a difference as well, as Matt Foley weighed in at 185, Chandler Cole over the weight, 4 pounds over at 189. How much of a factor can that be at middleweight at 185?
Well, I don't think that the additional 4 pounds are going to help Chandler. He's already dropped a ton of weight already. I think the difference is going to be that he's fighting at a much, much lower weight than he is used to fighting.
Chandler Cole, undefeated, is in the cage.
But man, quick as lightning.
Man, this should be fun. Back to the cage of Jennifer.
This bout is scheduled for 3 3-minute rounds. First, fighting out of the Hog's red corner, he weighed in at 185 pounds, holds a record of 6 wins and 1 defeat, and represents Four Seasons in Lexington, Kentucky. Give it up for Matt the Lion Foley. And his opponent, fighting out of the OEB blue corner, he went in at 189 pounds, holds an undefeated record of 10 wins and no defeats, with 1 no contest, and represents Team Fast in Coburn, Virginia. Give it up for Chandler the Hammer Cole. The referee for this action is Nate Jolly.
Nate Jolly, our referee. Middleweight bout. Matt Foley has a chance to win the Apex and Tennessee State Championships that are both vacant, presented by Ogle, Elrod, and Burrell. Matt Foley in the black, red, and white trunks. Chandler Cole in the white trunks.
Here we go, man.
3-minute rounds, and we're underway. Look at the legs and the thighs on Cole. Goodness.
So fast, the wrestling prowess of Cole, but those legs can generate a lot of power, and the striking prowess as well. And there's that takedown. Foley struggling to get back to the feet yet again.
Will the move to middleweight affect the cardio of Cole? We'll find out, but he gets a takedown to start out.
Oh, here we go. A bit of an iron cross. Cole already on the back of Foley. Foley back to the feet, however. The KG veteran. And again, Cole exhibiting a tremendous work rate here.
This is what Foley did not want. Want to stay away from the wrestling of Cole. A lot of weight to lean on you as well. Foley better at the strike game, and right now hasn't been able to get it unleashed. Big
shots there by Cole. Foley turns away here.
Yep. Cole sneaking in shots. I think that stunned Foley.
Yeah, I think Cole has the hooks here.
Cole was a 2-weight class champion in Black Diamond beatdown, heavyweight and light heavyweight.
Oh, here we go, looking for the rear naked choke. It's Chandler Cole. This is huge.
Foley trying to tuck that chin. Is he going to stay alive? Foley in danger here against Cole.
Foley escapes it, but he's not escaped the mount yet. The onslaught of Chandler Cole continues.
Nate Jolly taking a close look. Straightens out the back.
Saturday Night
down
Ride,
shots.
here we go.
Matt Foley in danger here. Cole very active, continuing to rain down shots. Foley just covering
This is a very tough spot here for Foley. Foley really just moments here from being stopped if he does not enact some sort of defense.
Dominant first round for Chandler Cole so far. Big fan support here in Kingsport for Cole. Cole has stayed aggressive but has not been reckless.
No, and here yet again he continues to barrage Foley with shots.
Final seconds.
Is he gonna survive?
Can Foley get to the end of this round? And he will. Wow, what a dominant round by Chandler Cole.
Cole all over him, man. Now this is where the heart of a veteran has to come in on the part of Foley. Can he get it together? Can he stop the onslaught of Chandler Cole? Is Chandler in the kind of condition that he can continue to do this for 3 straight rounds? If so, what can Matt Foley do to combat that?
Matt Foley looked miserable coming back to the corner at the end of that round. I think he's got swelling around the right eye as well. We'll keep an eye on that. Matt Foley is coming off a loss to Matthew Backus. That's the last time he fought, which was in April of 2014. So a layoff for Matthew Foley as well since. And he's worked with a lot of great camps. I mean, he's a former 3FC and Turf Wars middleweight champion. Both of these guys have been very successful, but hasn't fought since 2014, almost 2 years.
Well, again, this is a true title fight. Not only Valor, but just in the South as a whole. These are two of the best here on the eastern part of the United States, which again epitomizes what I've been saying for a long time, is that Valor sets the bar in so many ways.
And it did not take long for Cole to get another takedown, and it came fairly easily as Foley really slowed down here. And I'm sure he wanted to try to stay on his feet, right? Because that's where he has his best shot.
But Chandler Cole just on point so much, just relentless with the takedowns, and then from this position again, he's got that ride and then relentless striking.
See the swelling over the right eye of almost the lower forehead of Foley. Oh, he eats another shot right to the spot by Cole. Cole's been very impressive. What's Cole trying to do here?
I think he's just relentless. I think Foley's doing what he has to do. He's being a veteran, and he's holding off Cole momentarily with sheer grit.
Cole has momentarily had him wrapped up, and now back to one knee.
But again, you see Cole, he's got that ride with that left leg. It's making it very difficult for Foley to do anything, to get his hips against the cage and to stand up.
Corner telling Foley he's got to get out of that position. Cole, in the meantime, keeps sticking shots in with those heavy hands.
There are minute details in action here. Again, the cage is in operation. You've got the left hook there. You've got the wrist control with the right hand. That is all Wrestling 101.
Cole taking the time to talk to us.
Yeah.
Casey. It's in a good position. I don't know if I'd be that relaxed. And again, Cole dominating this fight.
Props to Foley for hanging in there. Again, a very, very tough veteran of mixed martial arts. He's done so much, but Chandler Cole very, very dominant here.
What did he tell you? He said he was, I think he said something.
The kid's got a good set of lungs on him.
He is winning this fight. And Foley has not been able to get out of the grips of Cole. And now the back up against the cage for Foley.
Oh,
Final
here
seconds
we
of round
go.
two.
Looking
Wow.
to finish this fight. Maybe before.
Nope.
And Foley survives to fight yet another round.
Wow. But Cole's so relaxed, talking to us. I think he said, I don't know, I'm winning this fight, baby.
There are, you know, a few athletes out there that you run across that gain that kind of comfort inside the cage. Only through sheer dominance can you be that way. And I mean, some people, you know, they have their own opinions about talking inside the cage, but I'll tell you, Chandler Cole, especially at this weight, is looking tremendous, and he looks on another level tonight.
Certainly winning the first two rounds. If it goes the distance, that's the case. And Chandler Cole has not gone the distance in his MMA career. He's got wins over Josh Sizemore in the first round on stoppage, second round win over Brock Walker, third round win on stoppage over Josh Short, the Matthew Strickland second round submission win over Jesse Hilton in the second round, fourth round submission win over Wesley Hansen, and then a first round submission win on strikes over Jeffrey Mullins. So a lot of early finishes into the third and final round for the Apex Tennessee State Championship vacant that only Foley can win. Chandler Cole not eligible because he didn't make weight. But he's dominating this fight and can stay undefeated. Swelling over the right eye still, although it's open for Foley.
You see Foley just not with the same aptitude at this point in the fight as Chandler Cole. He's flat-footed and, you know, really trying to put things, you know, to find a way, it seems, but he's just not urgent enough. He doesn't appear he has enough gas in the tank.
Is Cole just waiting for another opportunity for a takedown? Is he active enough?
I think he's taking his time, and I think he's been so dominant. He knows he's ahead in this fight, which can come back to haunt you at times. You definitely want to get in there and finish it, but I think he's playing the fight the way he wants to.
Sticks a jab in there on the chin of Foley.
Oh, that was a big overhand right there. And here we go. Foley again going for a ride into that half guard position. It could be Chandler Cole looking to put curtains on this championship fight, or what would have been the middleweight championship fight.
That's right. For him, Foley could still win it, but he's got to find a submission or something to stop the onslaught of Chandler Cole, who has dominated this fight from the get-go. Cole actually beating Foley at his own game when they're in the stand-up. That's where Foley's strength is. But he's been beat down so much, that punch set up another takedown for him.
That's what a lot of fighters don't understand, a lot of spectators. When you add the takedowns and the wrestling to the striking, it changes your whole striking prowess. You take K1 guys and they think they're going to make the transition into MMA, and oftentimes they can, but not without a lot of work in the area of wrestling and jiu-jitsu. You have to make that, because it's not just the technique itself, it's the conditioning involved.
Cole now near the back, and there it is. On the back of Foley. See if he can get a submission win. Flattens him out, trying to get that hand loose, and he does.
Oh, here we go. Using that body weight there on Foley, being very creative here.
What do you call that? Just like a chest press?
Yeah, just a press. It, it wears on your opponent. It doesn't necessarily apply damage, but it takes its toll. This could be the end of the fight here.
Nate Jolly's close to stopping this.
Oh, those are big shots.
Yeah, I don't
those
think.
Those are big shots there. Cole coming back down. This could be the arm triangle. We can see an arm triangle submission right here if he can dismount. He's going to want to dismount to the right here.
I thought Foley was done with those strikes, but Nate Jolly did not stop the fight.
No, it was very, very close. If he would have maintained that pressure, we could have seen the end of the bout.
Cole would love a finish, though, rather than a decision. Final 10 seconds. He's going to let loose here. Foley taking big shots and reaches the end of the fight. Wow.
And the fight ends, no question of what happened here.
That's as dominant a fight that has gone the distance I can recall in Valor fights.
Yeah, and it's very surprising because it's the most dominant fight Chandler Cole has ever had, I believe, and it's against probably the toughest opponent he's ever had as well.
And ended up going the distance even though he was the most dominant.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. All right, Casey's going to talk to our winner in just a moment after they're announced. After our winner is announced here in just a moment. I am Vince Ferrara, cage side here at Apex 10. What a performance by Chandler the Hammer Cole. Now, keep in mind, I'm going to go to the judges' scorecards. Certainly looks like it's going to Chandler Cole. There's no way it could go any other way. But Cole not eligible for the 2 vacant belts on the line because he did not make weight. Weighed in at 189. It was a 185 fight, middleweight, for the Apex and Tennessee State Championship belts that were vacant. Only Matt Foley could win those belts, but still a terrific performance, a dominant performance. It's still on record, and it still looks good for Chandler Cole, who will stay undefeated or without a loss. He does have one no contest as well in his career. And Matt Foley, who hadn't competed since 2014, now, after starting out 6-0, is on a 2-fight losing streak. So, Matt Foley with work to do. He started out his career with wins over James Raines, Thomas Fugit, Jeffrey Frierson, Keith Gilliard Jr., Timmy Eisenbraun, and Brian McDowell. And a number of those going the distance as well. Has 3 first-round wins and then 3 going the distance. But Foley now lost to Matthew Backus at 3FC. Split decision loss back in 2014, just almost 2 years ago. And now certainly will take the loss here today. The Lion will, from the Four Seasons camp in Lexington, Kentucky. Apex 10, Kingsport, Tennessee, at the Kingsport Civic Auditorium. We're after Casey talks to our winner. We're going to have our next and final intermission here, and then we'll start the pro card here at Apex 10. All right, for our official decision, the judges' scorecards, we go to the cage. Here's Jennifer Oxendine.
After 3 rounds, we go to your judges' scorecard for decision. All 3 judges score this bout for your winner out of the OEB blue corner, Chandler the Hammer Cole.
And it is now official. Chandler Cole is the winner, but Chandler Cole had an opportunity to win 2 belts tonight and he does not eligible because he did not make weight. Was over, weighed in at 189, and the weigh-in was at 185 for the belt, so only Foley had the opportunity to win the belt. But Chandler Cole, the Hammer, was dominant here tonight, and he stays unbeaten in his career. Has won no contest, but now 11-0 out of Team Fast in Coburn, Virginia. A lot of fans came to support him, and now he will talk
All right,
to Casey.
I am here with your winner, Chandler, the Hammer, Cole. Now, man, you know, this was originally slated to be a championship fight. You're not the champion tonight, but you are definitely the winner of a tremendous outing here with a big victory over Matt Foley, one of the top prospects in all East Coast. And you dominate. You dominate with a vengeance. Your first time this light. Talk about that weight cut.
Back in November, you know, I came and watched Doug and Philpott fight, and first of all, let's give them a round of applause. Philpott with his first belt, baby. Doug defending his. It's always a good night for Team Fast. Back in November, I watched them fight on this card, and they done awesome. And I was like, man, I got to get a part of this. So I started November. I was 245 pounds. Last night, I weighed in at 189. You know, I was 2 pounds short for making, you know, Dad, hush. Look, I was 2 pounds short for making weight for the belt. You know, he said, hey, you didn't make weight. So if I win, I get the belt. If you lose, you don't get the belt. And you know what? Belts don't determine if you're a champion. Every night you're in the gym, when people ain't watching, every time you're running miles and people ain't watching, that's what determines you as a champion. I put my time in, and that's why I'm successful.
Now, everybody knows about the wrestling credentials, and everybody knows what it takes to be in shape for wrestling, but mixed martial arts is a different beast. Now, let me ask you this. Is the wrestling, did it prepare you for the mixed martial arts, or did you take it to a whole other level when you went to Team Fast? Because you mentioned you've got Philpott, you've got Williams. When you went over there with Adam Mays and company, how did that improve everything about your game?
Well, when I was in high school, you know, my buddy Christian Cottle's here. We were top wrestlers, and it was like that from 10th grade on. And when I went to Team Fast, I had that alpha male syndrome, and I got humbled real quick. So, of course, when you already have that in your mind and you go to somewhere better and they humble you, you always become a better athlete. So, you know, I'm just blessed where I'm at. I wouldn't change a thing. And I got to give all thanks, just like they said, to God, because without him blessing me, I'd be, you know, one of these bums from Coburn. But I'm not. I'm a standout from Coburn.
Now, real quick. You didn't get the belt around your waist, but I know you got to be hungry for the bling the next time around. So what are we going to see next from Chandler Cole? Are you going to get down to that 185, or are we going to see you with that belt strapped around your waist next time?
Next time I fight, it'll be for a paycheck, baby.
There you have it. Let's give it up for the man, your winner, Chandler the Hammer Cole.